Hey friends, it's Missy again. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with a new project for the Paige Evans design team, and surprise, I'm making a mini album again. I make a mini album for Paige's team every couple months, and I think what's motivated me to do more mini albums is Paige's cut files. She has so many mini album cut files that make it a no-brainer. Makes it so easy. This one is called the Hexagon mini album, and you can see there why it's called that. And it folds up nicely when you cut it on your Cameo. It's got dotted lines, and so you know exactly where to fold it, which this one's pretty easy. They just fold in and creates this fun little book. And I went through the Pick Me Up 12 by 12 paper pad and selected just maybe a rainbow variety of papers to cut, and you know, all of the shapes are included in this cut file, and so you don't have to resize anything or guess. So I just cut out 6 pieces here, and I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. And at this point, I kind of had an idea of what kind of album this is going to be. I don't tend to do a lot of travel mini albums. I like to do, I don't know, different things. This one is going to be gym pictures of my sister and me. And I'll talk about those in a minute once I pull the pictures out. But I am going to add a little bit of mixed media to this because, you know, it's me. I can't make a project without mixed media of some sort on it. So I'm just using some white gesso here, and I'm using my palette knife. I'm using my fingers to just smudge a little bit down around some of the edges. I am going to add a little bit of ink to this, and I like the way the gesso just sort of softens up the edges and takes away some of the flat color. So, you know, I get a little bit of lighter color and a little bit of darker color, and the gesso just also kind of makes it a little bit thicker, toughens up the paper a little bit. So here are some of the pictures, and if you don't know what I do in my real life job when I'm not scrapbooking, I'm a fitness instructor, and I teach 3 different classes. I teach 4 times a week. And just in the past few years, my little sister has started working out, and she started coming to my classes regularly. And so naturally, when we get together, we have to act a fool, and we have to take pictures of ourselves being silly and crazy. And that's just what we do. And so that's what this is going to be about. Just us having fun at the gym and being sisters and enjoying doing something together as adults, because we're 7 years apart. Of course, I'm older. Yeah, I'm older, but whatever. That's beside the point. But it's fun that we're both, you know, adults now, and we enjoy doing this together. Even though it is working out and torture, we still love it. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to make an album about that. So I printed 6 pictures, but you're only going to see 3 right away. And I thought I would do 3 of the pictures kind of hidden, kind of like a little flip book type situation here. And so to attach them, I am using little strips of the washi tape book from Pick Me Up, and I'm just attaching some tape to the outside. And so when you flip the front picture open, you see the picture behind it. And I was kind of impressed that I decided to do that, because I usually don't know what it is about mini albums and me. I for some reason, I hit this creative block when I go to make a mini album, and I see Paige's mini albums and I see Steffi Reed's mini albums, and they just have these incredible details that I would never even imagine. And so when I see things like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to try that. And so I actually remembered seeing Paige do something like that on one of her albums, where she taped pictures together kind of like a little accordion. So I thought I would try kind of my version of that. So what you just saw me do there was cut a bunch of those workout girls from Pick Me Up paper number 9. And that's actually the paper that inspired me to make this, because I've looked at that paper so many times and I thought, I need to use this. I work out for a living. I love exercising. So why haven't I used this paper yet? And so that's why I'm doing this. And I fussy cut a lot of the workout girls. I've got some doing planks, some doing mountain climbers, some stretching and yoga, biking, running. Thought it was perfect. So all I'm doing here is adding some shimmers and coordinating colors. I'm just kind of making a mess here and just adding some color. A lot of this is going to get covered up with the pictures, and I wind up using a lot of embellishments, all kinds of different embellishments. I did try to not go too thick on the inside pages, because you do have to fold this up, and I didn't want it to be all, it's still kind of chunky, but if you start adding big thick things on the inside pages, it's not going to fold up properly. So I've got my colors down. I'm adding a little bit of Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine and a little bit of, I believe that's a navy blue spray, since I have a darker blue there. Now off camera, oh wait, I haven't done it yet. Spoiler alert, never mind. Back up, I'm ahead of myself. This is one of the cut apart sheets from the Pick Me Up 12 by 12. And if you have the 12 by 12 paper pad, then you know that several of the papers have gold foil elements on them. And this sheet here actually has quite a bit of things that are going to go along and coordinate with my working out, having a good time with your sister theme. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use any of these, but I went ahead and cut several out. And then I did some stitching. This is what I was just going to say a minute ago, but I hadn't done it yet. I did 3 hexagons with navy blue thread and then 3 with metallic gold thread. And I thought that that would just add a nice little touch of detail. So now that I've got my pictures all suited up, I decided that when you flip the top photo open like a book, the inside of it is just the back of the white, or the white of the back of the photo, and I wanted to cover those up before I added embellishments. And so all I do is trace those shapes onto some paper and cut it out and glue it down. And so now I've got sort of a little pattern base to work with there when I flip the top picture open. And so I'm going to do that for all 3 pictures there. I'm going to use this paper here because it's got lines on it, and I did want to add a little bit of journaling. This isn't a travel mini album, so I don't have to talk about each individual picture. We're basically in the gym, so there's it's just a collective group of photos from us basically doing the same thing, just different days. So I just wanted one little spot to do some journaling on. So I was going to show you here. I've got all those done. That's from the 12 by 12 paper, or paper pad. It's got that sheet with all the different frilly little frames on it, and they're all gold metallic. So pretty. And I wanted to also show you this part of this mini album is really cool. I wanted to do a little test fold there and see how I'm doing so far. But in the middle section, there are 2 little slits, and like I said, the Cameo does all this for you. That is perfect for sliding some ribbon through, and then you're able to tie it up nice and neat, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this piece of ribbon from Turn the Page collection, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there and leave it. And this is kind of the point where I start to say, okay, I have a lot of open space here. How am I going to embellish this? Where are things going to go? And is it going to look right? I don't know what it is about mini albums that make me nervous. Layouts come easier to me, but mini albums, I just feel like it's foreign territory. I don't know why. Does anybody else feel like that? Do you have like a certain project, a type of project that makes you kind of hesitant and nervous to do because you just feel like it's such a big undertaking that you'll never get it right? That's kind of how I feel about mini albums. But once I got these workout girls sort of spread around, I really kind of got into the groove, and I thought, okay, this is going to be fun. And it's just kind of a matter of finding the perfect home for all of these little cutouts and embellishments and things like that. So now I have more than 6 hexagons to decorate. I've got the little flip outs from the pictures also. And so that's a good way to add more to your mini album, is to, it may not have pockets, or it may not have enough pages, but if you create your own by making, extra little areas like I did here, then you can add more stuff. So I pulled out the Pick Me Up rub-ons. I'm going to use that little piece that says Radiate Positivity, and this little blue splotchy piece here that says You Go Girl. Like I said, there are just so many things that coordinated really nicely with the theme of this album, and I try to scatter the little workout women around the layout everywhere. Wherever the shape of one fit, I tried to use one. I do use quite a bit from Paige's 30-page sticker book. I use that little scalloped border piece. And again, I really like the 30-page sticker book stickers for something like this, especially because they are just flat stickers. And I wanted to try to keep everything as flat as possible. Like I said earlier, I didn't want it to be too chunky when I closed it up. And, you know, some of this stuff I wind up taking off. I don't wind up using all of it. But, yeah, I just found a lot of things in the sticker book that went with it. I'm going to use a couple of these clear gold foiled speech bubble stickers. I believe this one says Live in the Moment. And I'm going to wind up trimming a lot of the edges to make them fit the hexagon edges nicely. And I like the way some of them, you know, look like they just run off the page. And I just eyeball a lot of this. I'm not really the type that measures everything. Yeah, I eyeball things a lot. And a lot of times it's crooked or it's not cut just perfectly. And it's just, you know, it's okay. I am going to use this die cut piece from the ephemera pack over on the left that says I'm doing this for me. And then I wanted to kind of brighten up that little area, so I'm going to add in some thread. You know me and my thread addiction. I have to have thread on everything, and so I thought the yellow would be a nice pop of a bright color underneath that teal circle. And I'm going to add another little workout woman up above it. She's doing, I can't remember the name of that stretch. I haven't done yoga in so long, but I used to know the name of it. Back in the day, I wish I had 5 extra days in my week to get in all the different types of workouts that I want to do. I need a yoga day. I need to make that happen. Oh, I just need more hours. I need more hours in the day and more days in the week. But anyway, let's keep pressing on. And I need more hours in the day to scrapbook. But you all know that. Yeah, that's just a given. I added some gesso to that upper left circle piece because I'm going to add some things to that, and I just wanted to soften up some of the circles. And I'm just doing a lot of gluing right now. I know where some things are going to definitely go, so I'm going to glue those down. And here's where I'm going to do my journaling because, like I said, I added that lined paper, so I'm just going to write about how fun it is to work out with my sister. And one of the photos, which you can't see because it's over on the upper left, flipped open, was from back in June. I don't know who of my viewers actually, you know, works out or goes to the gym, but if you have ever taken a body pump class or a CX Works class or body step, body combat, body flow, any of those Les Mills classes, I teach body pump, CX Works, and I also teach spinning. But every so often, Les Mills they travel and they do like a live event where you can go and you can do all the new releases, and there's, you know, 1,500 people in the same room with you doing all these workouts, and all of the international trainers and instructors come and they present all of these things, and so you're just working out all day. And if you like working out, it's a great time. But if you don't like working out, you probably think you're crazy. That sounds terrible. But it is so much fun. And so anyway, long story short, they came to Orlando back in June, and so my sister said she wanted to go with me, and we went, and we had the greatest time. And so the picture, well, you can't see it now, but it's of us standing in front of a Reebok sign. That's where that's from. And so we had a really good time doing that, and she's actually going to be training to become a body step instructor because she loves it so much. And so that's going to be fun. I'm excited for her. Yeah. Anyway, enough talking about working out. I'm just embellishing here. I'm cutting some pieces from 6x6 papers. I'm adding pieces from the die cut ephemera pack. I added that floral cluster over to the left with some thread and another sticker that says "You're a champ," and that's from the sticker book. And I added another little flippy piece up there at the top with some die cuts. There's no photo under it, but there are some fun little things under there. It's just kind of like a nice little surprise. You flip it open, you don't know what you're going to find under there. I did add that little piece, the piece that I cut from the 6x6 paper that said "We make the perfect pair," and it had a pair of tennis shoes. I was like, that's perfect. I have to use that. So here's kind of where I got going in my groove. Once I got this far, I thought, okay, I can rock this mini album. I can do this. This is going to turn out really cute. Yeah, there's the picture of us. That's mostly a black photo, but we both wore the same thing, and we're standing in front of the Reebok sign at the event. So here's where I thought I would add little tabs or make little tabs out of stickers so you would have something to grab onto to flip those photos open. Kind of like a little, I added a sticker to the front and a sticker to the back, and it's just kind of like a little tab. Now I took a break, and off camera I did my title page here, and I just named it Gem Shenanigans, and I used the Pick Me Up chipboard thickers with those little mini foam mini thickers, and then I added some stickers from the sticker book. Now when I close this, as you can see, it's not 100% even because I did add a bunch of stuff in there. So now it just looks kind of white because I cut it on white cardstock. So I thought I would kind of jazz up the edges that you see sticking out by just adding a little bit of color. And so I went back to the shimmers that I used in the beginning, and I'm just going to color up some of the edges there. So it still looks uneven and a little chunky, but you know what? It's supposed to be chunky. I like that. I like that it's not perfect. It looks a little uneven, but when you unfold it, you can see everything, and then it folds up so cute. And I'm going to do here at the end in a minute, I'm going to slow down a little bit and unfold everything and fold it back up and show you how it all worked out. And you know, when you tie a knot here, it's going to cover up some of your title, but that doesn't bother me because all you have to do is untie it and you'll see everything. Look how cute it is. Isn't that adorable? How does Paige come up with these things? She is amazing. So here we go. Let's untie this knot here. And you could also tie a bow. But look how cute. It just unfolds so nicely. And there's so many possibilities you could do with this. Color schemes, collections, photos. You could add way more photos. You could add less photos. See, now you have something to hold on to there when you open up. Well, sort of. There we go. You open up the photo and you can see all the little surprises underneath it. And that was fun. I'm glad I did that because I have so many pictures of us. I thought, how am I going to narrow all these down? So yeah, there's the little tennis shoes there. And another little workout girl up at the top. But yeah, I'm just going to bring it up to the camera a little bit closer. This was fun to do. Once I got going, I think the anxiety part of mini albums for me is getting started. What am I going to put in this mini album? How am I going to get it started? But once I get an idea and I get going, it came together, and I think it turned out really cute, and I think my sister's going to like it when she sees it. And you don't have to remove the ribbon because it just, you know, it stays put because you're going to tie it right back up when you fold it back up. So I'm going to fold everything back up here in just a second, and it's going to be finished. And you can fold it, you know, any way you want. But I folded it to where I knew which one was going to be my cover. And that's it. I think I still got them confused. Yep, there we go. Now you can see the color on the edges there. But yeah, I hope you give this cut file a try. It's a lot of fun and so many possibilities. I would love to see what you guys create with it. Here comes some close-ups. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products or any of the things that I did, or any suggestions for a mini album, because like I said, mini albums are kind of my Achilles heel, but I try and I have fun when I do make one, and I like how it turned out. I think it's fun, and I like these little tiny ones. I mean, they fold up so nice and neat. They don't take up a lot of space, and they're just fun to do. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.